Sean Whitley from Street Outlaws, better known to most viewers by his nickname Farmtruck, has in early 2023 been the target of various fan allegations, involving some that have rather disturbing implications. Some passionate viewers of Street Outlaws and its spin-offs have noticed Sean doing left-handed handshakes on several occasions, which prompted them to wonder why that might be. A Reddit user by the name of nowimboredalone initiated the conversation, wondering whether anyone knows why Farmtruck does the handshake described as awkward. Whitley shaking people's hands from the left to right was obviously a poke in the eye of many viewers, and coupled with the dangerous nature of their profession, led some to believe that he may have suffered a life-altering injury. A verified member of the Street Outlaws subreddit explained that the footage being released in January 2023 was shot in the summer of 2022, at which point Farmtruck's finger had been badly injured by an accident he had while working on his vehicle, and not by a mishap on the racetrack, as opposed to what many believe at first. In fact, Farmtruck injured his finger in an accident that took place while he was using a tire machine. The details are muddy at best, but it looks like part of it malfunctioned, causing the metal parts of the mechanism to mangle an unspecified finger on his right hand. The injury was significant, but not extreme enough at the end of the day to cause any tissue loss. This change was noticed during one of the many behind-the-scenes episodes featured on the official YouTube channel of Farmtruck and his best friend and racing buddy Jeff Bonet. The latter was fortunately present in the thread and addressed the fans' concerns, stating that Farmtruck has post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, with breaking his finger again, which caused him to start using his left hand for most interactions. It's also obvious that Sean's right hand was still damaged at the time of the recordings, and so he naturally resorted to using the other one in order to not exacerbate his injuries. Other users also pointed out that Farmtruck has an issue with some of his facial muscles, which, coupled with the strange handshakes, his drooping smile became a cause for greater concern among the viewers. Facial drooping and issues with motion and frequent symptoms of those who've suffered a heart attack or stroke, leading some to assume as much. AZN was there to clarify yet again, however, stating that his best friend used to have a condition known as Bell's palsy, and that this bygone ailment is in no way related to his hand injury or to a heart attack or stroke. Bell's palsy emerged as an enigmatic neurological condition shrouded in uncertainty, remaining as such to the present day. Also known as acute peripheral facial palsy, this condition strikes without warning, leaving individuals with a lopsided smile and a temporary loss of muscle control on one side of the face. The exact origins of Bell's palsy remain elusive, triggering debates among experts and confusion in its sufferers. While its cause continues to be a subject of speculation, the prevailing theory points to inflammation and swelling of the facial nerves as the culprits. The former responsible for orchestrating the delicate working of the facial expressions, experiencing an inexplicable injury or malfunction, leading the onset of paralysis or weakness. Bell's palsy can affect individuals of any age, and it often emerges as a post-viral reaction. Its onset is characterized by sudden weakness or paralysis on one side of the face, accompanied by a drooping eyebrow and mouth. The affected individuals find themselves grappling with, for example, an uncooperative eyelid that refuses to close, perpetuating the uneven facade. In Farmtruck's case, his uneven smile tends to droop on one side. In similar terms, Bell's palsy causes temporary partial paralysis, ensnaring the facial muscles in motionlessness. The quest to unravel the mysteries of this condition has led researchers on an arduous journey where offered a few crucial insights along the way. While the underlying cause remains a puzzle, Bell's palsy has been linked to viral and bacterial infections, emphasizing the intricate interplay between the immune system and inflammation. Although its sudden arrival can be disconcerting, it's almost never permanent, as it often resolves itself on its own within a matter of weeks. Medical professionals of the modern day also have sufficient expertise to alleviate most of the symptoms, and advanced medication goes to great lengths in helping the sufferers. Farmtruck didn't appear to be as lucky as most, having experienced the condition in 2011, but still suffering from intermittent facial drooping a decade later. AZN stated that in the same Reddit thread that his friend's face never fully healed, but they tend to laugh about the situation throughout its worst. Some have theorized that the main reason for Farmtruck's failure to completely get over Bell's palsy is the nature of his profession, as he's often in unclean environments, dangerously fast vehicles, and generally a large crowd before and after racing. Whatever the real cause for the condition may be, its most likely culprits, infection and injury, are a frequent side effect of working in Farmtruck's conditions. It's believed that he would have made a complete recovery by taking an indefinite break from the business, but that's just not who Sean Whitley is. Some also say that he was very lucky, as the paralysis could have been caused by a much more sinister and debilitating illness, Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. Perhaps the most famous example of that condition's sufferer is singer Justin Bieber, while another directly spoke for The Guardian and described the life-changing symptoms. Matt Carney suffers from the permanent facial paralysis brought on by Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, which is the initial dormant, infrequent side effects of chickenpox. Unfortunately for the few who experience it, failure to treat the issue early results in changes that persist for the rest of their lives. Prominent consultant, plastic surgeon Charles Naduka suggests that both Bell's palsy and Ramsay-Hunt syndrome should immediately be treated with antivirals, as there are quite a few side effects, while the patient is most likely to recover in a matter of days and, most importantly, avoid permanent debilitation. With that in mind, it's assumed that Farmtruck should have undergone the same treatment procedure, in which case he might have fully regained control of his face. However, knowing how much he dislikes being forcibly taken away from the garage, it's likely that he stopped caring about Bell's palsy the moment his doctor told him it wasn't serious. Fans are thus left wondering whether things could have been different today had he only paid a little more attention to his health. Nonetheless, Whitley's health seems to otherwise be in order, as the finger has most definitely healed by early summer 2023. The only issue that persists is his infrequent drooping smile, but some would argue that just makes him even more of an iconic character. In spite of neither of them being on the list of the top 25 solo racers in the Street Outlaws franchise, Farmtruck and AZN hold a special place in the viewers' hearts. This is most of all due to their unique approach to competitive racing and undying love for vehicles that are less conventional in the practice, such as heavy-duty trucks, Farmtruck's favorite. Born on the 29th of March 1966, Whitley, now 57 years old, hails from Oklahoma, where his great affection for trucks was born. He developed a deep fascination for these powerful machines as a young boy after riding in his father's 1956 Ford pickup truck. This experience ignited a spark within him, setting him up on a lifelong journey of customizing and racing similar vehicles. Whitley's involvement in the world of street racing was pushed to the forefront when he became a prominent cast member on the Discovery Channel's legendary series, Street Outlaws. Farmtruck's old friend AZN was right by his side the entire way, as they shared the same dream. The duo raced a 1970 Chevy long bed truck, a seemingly unassuming vehicle with a rusty exterior and a camper shell, concealing its true potential as a racing machine. While Whitley is known for his impressive racing skills, his passion for trucks extends far beyond the fiery track. He's renowned for his expertise in car customization and as a prominent figure in the street car racing community, revered as one of the most knowledgeable truck customizers alive. Whitley's vehicle of choice, the Farmtruck, is equipped with a 632 cubic inch big block Chevy motor. His trusted mascot, Louise, a 14-year-old blue heeler dog, accompanies him on his racing exploits. Whitley's career as a car enthusiast and street car racer had already taken flight prior to gaining fame on Street Outlaws, which is how he became noticed and invited in the first place. His dedication to the sport and his immense knowledge of cars earned him a reputation among fellow enthusiasts that rivals some of the fastest racers alive, even with Farmtruck not really outshining too many on the track. Whitley and AZN soon became prominent members of the 405 crew, a group of racers known for their competitive spirit and adrenaline-fueled races. In doing so, they automatically secured a spot among some of the most respected drag racers on the planet. While Whitley is famously private about his personal life, fans have also been curious about the man behind the Farmtruck persona. However, details about his marital status or children have remained under wraps, as race car builds are pretty much the only thing he ever talks about on or off camera. Those with a keen eye or ear for anything related to Street Outlaws have long since heard about the Farmtruck and AZN YouTube channel, on which they post a variety of videos from most of the locations they visit during their day-to-day. The themes of these videos are often one of a kind, such as the time when they participated in doing burnouts with a literal school bus. Posted on the 4th of May 2023, the video shows the duo in a small Oklahoman town, testing out various vehicles, among which is a short school bus with only 4 windows on either side. Performing a burnout that lasted well over a minute, It left 2 smoking black trails on the concrete, which were then exacerbated by their next burnout vehicle, a state police car. The channel, with more than 300,000 subscribers, also informed fans about some key questions regarding the duo, such as the interview they had with Dragzine. The first and most important question from the audience was why they chose to stick with their odd vehicles instead of the extreme race versions used for Street Outlaws' No Prep Kings, which had a rather straightforward answer. Whitley said that they stick to who they are, and part of that identity is contained in the machines they take to the track. However, the much more important why is that it's very expensive to get all the parts they would require to challenge some of the world's finest, as well as that maintaining such cars is a very tough job. He clarified that what he and AZN both love doing and why they're there in the first place is creating interesting builds and enjoying the freedom of customization. To perfectly emphasize his point, Whitley said that they would rather put nitrous on a toilet than go that fast. While certain media outlets didn't think twice to quote AZN's Reddit comment and say Farmtruck actually suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, this isn't really the case. His best friend's words were simply a jargon-like and slightly exaggerated way of saying Farmtruck was afraid of furthering his right hand's injury by using it before it healed. Whitley most certainly does not have PTSD, and that can be easily concluded from taking a look at the duo's YouTube channel, on which he displays completely ordinary behavior and continues to be his everyday self. PTSD, on the other hand, is an extremely debilitating mental condition that causes its sufferers to live in constant fear, an easily noticeable change in one's demeanor, which certainly does not apply to Farmtruck. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.